everyone.
Welcome to the Black Market Podcast. This is Raheem the Dream. Back at it again. Another day.
What's going on, everybody? 4K Cash check in from a new meeting. You know what I'm saying? Just a little different. A little switch up today.
Man, that joke living best life over there.
Trying to. This stuff is stressful, man.
Hey, look, man. The market stressed out a lot of people today.
Seeing a lot of this volatility is good. We like to see it, but for some retail traders, it could be a little nerve-wracking.
Man, especially when they can't tell what the downtrend is.
Right, or how to play it, or how to safely get into it and get out, not just. Man,
just let it go.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to buy and invest in, stocks, but at a certain point, you got to want to say to them.
Exactly. It doesn't, like we always preach, you can't fight the market. Just finding entrances and exits and having a plan for your trade as opposed to some of them just kind of buying and letting it go.
Look, we done went to war. We done everything going on. War going on. New world order.
And before COVID, who would have thought we have all these different things that would have happened? Like life seems so much slower compared to this.
Man. Who you telling, man? I'm talking about that rush. I think I heard what they said last night. First thing came to my phone. Explosive that being heard.
Yeah, so I saw videos of the missiles that they had launched and how this is going to change the relationships with other countries, how U.S. is somehow dragged involved. And so,
apparently, I think Ukraine might be allies or something like that.
I think there's some type of, I forget the number of it, but some type of ordinance they have. Where if they we're kind of next up to help out. So
so that's gonna be interesting, especially stuff like that is a major effect in the economy when you look at all the safe havens and they're shooting up out of the sky.
Yeah. So, it's a difference in how people, and especially the speed of which we're moving to. You checked the news last night, this morning. We're just finding out about things as it goes. So,
yeah. Absolutely, man. Those safe havens. I actually read an article where they mentioned like Bitcoin may be coming a safe haven. Crypto may be becoming a safe haven
for just banking or just for investing, or what are they saying? Like
a safe haven like gold, the Japanese yen, and oil.
Interesting.
Do you feel like that's far-fetched?
Why would? Yes, I do. Look at where Bitcoin has gone for the past. Absolutely, that's far back. It's down 28% in the last 3 months.
Yeah, it has been going down, but it has been dropping. But
to consider safe haven, your returns and where you'd have to, so to me, if it's going to be considered a safe haven, you can't have so much variability in entrances. You'd have to give people more of a standard rate return, that kind of thing, actually establishing some boundaries here. But say you were one of the people that jumped into this in 2013, I bet you do think it's a safe haven.
That's what I'm saying. Depends on when you're getting in. So whenever we're down at the levels where we are right now, ironically, this is also a time when people are throwing stuff into their safe havens. So you know how those things line up, and how that could potentially
be
a catalyst. We know that crypto is not going anywhere based on this future world that we have going. If anyone wants to deny it, you can continue to deny it. Big companies are buying real estate in the metaverse now.
Yeah.
Big companies are dropping NFTs now.
So
big companies are using these things as their sole form of currency as well. Some people can be paid out now through crypto, or even have different countries that were using it as its main source of income. So I think it's got the main sources.
Absolutely.
So okay, how low can Bitcoin go?
That's the $1 million question right there. I said I've heard things of 20,000. That's the number that I've looked into to see, is that even feasible? Does that make sense for it to get that low?
Right.
But that's the thing that feels like with me for crypto is you really don't have a kind of governance to it. Like it started as kind of, not as a joke, but started on the dark web. So there's not really a lot of push to keep it at the price that people want it to be.
Right. Yeah. I agree. But now, with our future technology coming, I think we might have
a push. We didn't have anything to push it before.
Yeah. We haven't had a use for it.
Yep, these
applications are full and fledged, live and going now.
And if people, they're saying that they feel, it gets low enough, I can buy a full coin, and then that's where I'll use it to. And that's kind of a speculative thought process to do it on this front as opposed to when it first blew up.
Yeah. I mean that crypto, hey. I like it, we know it's not going anywhere. It's just you have to have your good interest at the end of the day. But that's
do you think people are maybe skeptical about that being a safe haven? And you've heard those stories of people making money but can't get into their crypto wallets. The guy that had to go meditate to be able to remember his password.
Not meditate.
He had to go just a house somewhere random.
Oh, no, I can't do
that. I heard what you said correctly.
Yeah.
Did you say
meditate or did you say meditate?
I don't think he was meditating at the time, but I sure wish he was and could put it back there instead of a flash drive.
Wow. That's the next kind of weary thing that we have here is I guess crypto is supposedly been hacked or something. It can be hacked or something.
See, that's what would be interesting is why they wouldn't put banking in the metaverse. Why would you not want it to be, if it's already going to be through Bitcoin, why not have it stored in an the cloud space, since it's going to be up there anyways.
Right.
Hey, that is true. But I'm trying to figure out if it's
because I think
how many hacks have we had for Bitcoin so far?
How many hacks have we had?
I feel like we've had some
cloud breaches.
At least one.
Or I remember being more people weren't able to either, that was when Robinhood and all of that tanked out. And people weren't able to get in and out.
You can't get in and out. Like the database was some pretty much overload type deal. Okay.
But
it hasn't been actually just hacked where wallets are being, outside of social.
Yeah, I don't think so. At least I haven't. I've heard of individual stories of it, but I haven't heard where it's been like a full Bitcoin. The coin itself is hacked.
Okay, so that means
this thing is pretty. Secure.
Yeah, but you see, it's also based on where you're keeping it, which is why I'm thinking. And I was even looking at this article saying, people are starting to fight over banking for the metaverse because this could be like with Microsoft. Microsoft had the biggest acquisition there, and they paid.
Microsoft had the biggest acquisition where?
And when they acquired Activision. Activision. Do you remember that? So now you take all of that, you do it in the same idea as blockchain. To me, that's even faster of a process for mergers and acquisitions. So I think if there starts to become use for it in the bank and the technology of blockchain grows, maybe that's what we see now.
Hey, all I'm saying is
I throw money in my crypto whenever it goes down.
That's all I'm saying.
I do a better job of monitoring now is to try to. Well, I'll put it this way, because I felt like I was more so in the beginning, in the earlier stages of it. Now it's kind of about just securing profits and making smarter trades as opposed to putting in money to me.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I definitely same. I definitely got some alerts and stuff set more so
than before.
But I mean, this thing has been holding a level for at least the past 2 or 3 weeks now. Where it's dropped down to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, where this could go on? What's keeping it from continuing that? Unless people feel the thing is going to be the next savings account. Which sounds crazy.
Something is
holding it up right now.
Because in a bear market, things continue
to go down. When something is trending down, it continues to go down. When it starts consolidating,
that's a good sign.
That's a good sign of
some more volume coming in from somewhere. But even if you I was even trying to pinpoint the lowest price we've seen in the last month. It's been 36,540 in the last 3 months. It's only $2,000 up from that. If you remember, maybe a year ago, once Bitcoin was hitting its highs, it would just keep pushing through it.
Yeah.
I do remember that. So it's
stabilizing. It's doing something right now, man. And what we have going on with this new world change. We got a lot of high tensions right now.
Right.
I mean, things
emerging.
They about to
have a new Oculus come out.
Which will make a requirement.
Hey, I'm just loving the crypto catalyst, man. I can't say that I would put safe haven all the way, but I wouldn't think that it's far-fetched.
I just can't. But listen, based on the way the market started this morning, and then the shift of it all of a sudden with Biden's statement, I just think that's another variable into the market that may cause. Look, for our traders, just be a little more leery. If we see the weird. Oh my gosh! I said 137 Ukrainian soldiers killed. As Russian tech begins, we've got news everywhere that's influencing this. So you may, something may spike, it may fall. Not necessarily from fundamentals, but from just news. So I definitely say to do your homework and join us on some of these where we're kind of looking through the market as well. To be able to identify, different areas and different structures and patterns that we got information about. So.
Definitely. Hey, when he spoke,
I don't know
when he spoke or something, but the market had a really strong turnaround.
Yeah. I wonder. I was even, and it was late in the day. It wasn't even off of. I think it was after he had spoken. Then maybe there was discussion of that. But even today, like I said, it was about midday, 1 o'clock until it really started to rebound.
So what if?
Let's talk hypothetics real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What if Biden just said, "All right,
we don't care what
y'all do with Ukraine anymore."
I mean, a lot of people feel safer about that draft process. I tell you that, which is psychotic. That hasn't even happened since the 70s. But from a market perspective,
draft.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
A draft.
There's a draft. A draft. That's what I've been looking all day. How do you escape the draft? I said, if you wear glasses, can you get out of there? But
a draft.
Citizens 18 to 25 are part of the selective service and are required to register with the government.
I'd have made
the cut, baby.
I'd have made
the cut. I finally got it to the OG, baby. OG season.
It establishes a liability for military service of male citizen, and authorized and selected between 21 to 31 and later up to 45.
Dang. That's just. When the last time have we had a draft? Like what?
1973. So the idea is just to gain more members in case we would need to actually go to war, because we haven't had to with all of our, getting pulled out of war. So, 73 was the last time that this happened. We would need this type of firepower, but that's what makes me nervous. Why do we need this number of people?
Yeah. They're preparing for something. You can't sit and try to deny that.
Yeah. That's what.
The draft, man.
It seems like it's. Well, okay. Going back to what we're saying, hypothetical. He just said we don't want to do anything. I think that may, if something did happen, whoever we're in relationship with, that would tarnish that relationship, because we've always been, the U.S. has always been, well, let's go in here and save everybody. But, now given that we've got,
do we have any resources in Ukraine? Are there resources there?
I think it's just something of the relationship between the governments. Like if two countries start to actually battle, then that's when others get involved.
Right.
But we've got supply chain issues. We've got still like inflation. That's got to affect the rate hikes.
Man, talk about something. I'm talking about inflation. Stuff going on. Inflation, because it is here in real life. And we front of
we're not sure. We don't know what's going to happen with the Ukraine thing. We know inflation is here, and we're going to have to pay. That's just going to even be more money for us to spend in the war. So I'm not really sure what the cost is.
Exactly. Like, we're already in a crap hole.
I was gonna say a bad financial position.
How we gonna go and try to spend more money helping some?
That's why I was like, maybe this is one that we just skipped it. Let's just not get involved in this one and see what happens.
I feel like what we got involved. It won't hurt to skip one, miss out on one part. You ain't gotta go to all the parties.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Man, if it does. If we do that, man, I know that'll be real good for our economy. If we just decide to just,
I just don't see what the benefit would be for us to go in and knowing how expensive this is. Knowing the impact that it's going to have on people, and people are already unemployed, already having to pay more for food. I don't know how this really helps.
Expensive. Yeah. That's why. Dang. Do you feel like would you say that the stock market is stable?
I would say
if you got the S&P is safe haven. You know what I'm saying? The index is a safe haven.
But you see how much volatility happens. Even look at from what went down. It was down 2% lunchtime and finished at 3% by 4.
This. I looked at the index day. I realized, and I looked back in 2018 when pandemic drop happened.
Yeah,
this is literally the same amount of bigger is dropping in.
Exactly.
That is hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah, because look at, that was coming out of a recession too, and there was more that we were still trying to figure out with the market. So we didn't have these type of pump and dump stocks that we do, or why people have more income. I guess they don't based on job rate, but having more liquid money to be able to think that to put into the market to create the security. So I just think when you look at it, it's super important now if you're looking at stock as being the safe haven. Does your trade make sense? is it a long term where it would be considered a safe haven? Is the growth and the dividend that you're going to get out of that ownership logical for you to come out, profit wise, way ahead versus putting your money in a different security?
Absolutely. Man. And I just want to say that just to say, I hate we don't got AC on here tonight because you like to always talk about the macroeconomics and stuff like that. But man, that push on the market at the end of the day, like that's what I'm trying to really gauge right now, because all of it's almost like the losses where you run the market.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh my goodness, it was who was it? I think it was some Russian thing eliminated $326 million in the market.
Oh, I heard about the Russia ETF. That joke went down.
Yes,
down the ground. I heard about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see much. Yeah, it loses 19% in one day.
Man, that is. Yeah.
Things like that. I mean, they're not. That to me is not a very sound structure. That's kind of gambling to me. So I would hate for people to want to gamble in a safe security, But at this rate, we don't have as much stability, as much foundational as we have in past for feel like security.
Yeah. You're right. And this S&P is it's below 200 EMA on the daily.
Right.
Is it reaching for the 800 or what? I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Is it reaching for 800 or what?
S&P today was up based on communication services, real estate, consumer discretionary, information technology. So it was a lot of things that people would have their hands in more versus let's see.
Okay. We haven't quite done the same amount of drop as percentage as what's McCall. I'm measuring this here out now, but I can honestly say we're at least over half.
But you see how much? Let's look at the change in the leading sectors. You've got energy and materials now that are down. Utilities was low and financials were low versus. I mean, consumer discretionary has kind of always been in the middle, but it shot 2.76% today.
You said energy down? Energy down?
Yeah, no, energy was down today.
Okay.
It was only 0.5%, so nothing crazy. But looking at what leading sector-wise, you still saw consumer discretionary, communication services. So.
That's I know those oil shot up from that. I mean, from that just that oil safe haven. The oil prices are a little bit over $100.
I remember you talking about that last week. The oil price was jumping in storm.
Yeah, it's over. Broke that $100 mark now. Literally went ham today.
Yeah. See, that's interesting to see how the communications and what's going to continue leading, because say materials changes, so industrials are doing change because we're going to need to have more information technology with fighting a war now. Are people going to want to communicate more?
They may they're going to be using a lot of Cisco antenna. And they are going to be using more communication if we're at war, most definitely.
So that's one thing, one way that we looked at diving into where the people are investing, but also the underlying companies that they're involved with too.
Would you consider zone communications?
Yeah.
That's one that I would like to really call out. If we're going in a cycle where we'll rotate to communication, Zoom is literally at a low point that we haven't seen in quite some time. So like we know with cycles, the ones that are high start going down, and then the ones that are low start pushing up.
Yeah. Speaking of communication, I was looking at Roku. And they have some popularity. And Netflix changed their prices now to $15 or something crazy. So
what? Like what? Oh wow!
Yeah. Netflix, so there's gonna be some money in it.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Everybody's
increased prices. So.
That's a real thing. You think they're gonna chuck out some more stimulus then?
Not a chance.
Hey, you said it's over with now. They had that figured out that we making money outside of these jobs, so they not giving any more money.
I mean, once and especially the people that didn't want to stay home and want to, have people working from home. Right, they're all for this new movement and new trend. So.
Just to kind of move over to another topic. We talk about some little forex.
Oh yeah.
Little forex real quick because with this war, these currencies are directly impacted.
Ooh, that's so true.
These currencies are directly impacted, and I would personally say today the sale happened for me on EU that has been waiting for a long time.
You've been on EU forever.
That's my favorite pair right there, man.
Yeah,
I say that.
It done paid me
a lot of money. And see, that's why I can tell the builder, like, you find something that you really proficient with, know how it moves. It doesn't hurt to just put more money on something you guarantee you know how it's gonna move.
Right. Rinse and repeat. Once you find out what works, there's no point in reinventing the wheel there. So
man, I'm talking about that stuff that hit last night. That thing dropped all the way to 2 days ago.
I'll tell you, that was between that. Oh man, I was watching even Nas this weekend to see where it was going to set that out of market time. But I think a lot of things are presenting themselves for sure. Obviously going to lows, but
hey, the next one I got to talk about on the forex for what's going on.
It's not your gold play, is it?
You gotta talk about the gold, man. Gotta talk about the gold, boy. So that gold also is affected. These times. Russia big on gold. It's also the safe haven. But at the same time, all this stuff going on, still in an interest rate hike. So let's not forget that.
That's what I'm saying.
These interest rate hikes, like things are literally fighting for its power now.
Yeah, I mean they haven't had the same backing as before. Now people are going to kind of change things, and you scare people obviously when you mention war times of this much news. But
man, you got the interest rate going up there. We got the safe haven boosting. Gold is pushing still.
Hey, I saw a trend line bound breaking in Nas this week, and then I was like, okay, this is something where it fell and then went back up to the same level it started at the beginning of the week. Yeah, 21st.
Dude. Those interest rates that we're waiting on. It's a lot of stuff going on in there. They say it's not going to happen until March, but
to have another hike.
Yeah, they're not going to have the hike until March.
These seem like they're awfully close together, right? Like this is in the second month of the year, They're getting 2 in the first 6 months.
Well, you know what? March is just like
it's just around the corner. So
we're gonna have hot dogs.
I guess it can kind of be in tune, right? Perfect timing with us having to spend all this money and kind of get some back at the same time, kind of balance it out.
Balance out, yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's what I mean. It just seems too odd that we've now increased the price on everything now, but we're about to spend a whole lot of money to do something that doesn't. I mean, it does involve us, but not directly.
Exactly.
All
right.
We spend
that money. We won't do nothing else.
But we got to. Well, if AC was here, you could tell us what Kathy was thinking. The opposite of what she's doing with this war.
We spend all that money because guess who got to pay for it?
Right.
Us.
The people got to pay for it.
Why do you feel comfortable?
People got to pay for it.
Yeah, I saw that. Speaking of what Kathy had done, that Arc Innovation. So she's been $400 million on 6 stocks, and let's see, one tanked 55%.
So another out here taking L's like this.
It was C Limited of Singapore. 8 days purchase. Over the 8 days of purchases, they spent $140 million to amass 890,000 shares. Mobile games and e-commerce.
That's what she pushing.
Yeah. And then I guess that selling it for cheap indeed. The shares had tanked by over 55% from late 2021 to the day. In 2 weeks, it's lost 20% of the investment.
Wow.
Shawty trying to get bearish a little bit, ain't she?
That's what it just seems like it.
What in the world?
They got her on TV talking to folks about the stock market.
I mean, we were talking about Palantir and all of those, and maybe that was another play to be able to make.
Palantir. It's nice and low too right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
Sure, man. But like we getting around about that time.
About that time, so tell the people what we're looking at.
Hey,
time to give out some plays. Plays, man.
Need that. Like I said, I think that Roku one is going to start to. It's now just hitting a real, I guess, one of the more foundational levels that it's been at.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to look at. I want to look at Palantir. I'm just curious. But it was that one, and what was the other one I looked at today? Oh, that was it. My not the Goldie. Disney, that was the other one. That was it. With all these things coming out. I know you saw that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then now you got Kanye's series as well. So I think of the he's got a Netflix series.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was it documentary?
Or?
Yeah, documentary how he started and his kind of like first albums and when he was growing up and then moving from Chicago to New York. So
is it like, it's really good. Is it like a drama?
Is it like a drama or is it like documentary?
It's not like acting. Like it's really them taking the videos from early 2000s. You know, when he was first starting and kind of publishing them and to show the backstory of what's going on. So I think as those types of things continue to roll out, you know, Roku, Netflix, all of that is going to spike. I'll go education sector.
I want to see
Amazon Prime getting like some nice
the Amazon video.
Yeah. Yep. There's a bunch of they've all got partnerships with each other.
Yeah,
that industry is those more streaming services. I definitely see that. Sure.
What are you thinking?
I am personally. I got this one company, HUSA. It's an energy company.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be one of those that
one of those
cyclical ones down
move to
the upside. You know,
one of
the other energy companies move down.
Right.
It's
what is it?
HUSA.
It's at
a really low, and I wouldn't say
ironically, but
yeah. Today when everything was tanking out, this thing was shooting up,
pushing. Yeah.
So it's a lot
of some gems out there where in a market that's crashing, where you can find that's actually about to get ready to push to the upside. AC would tell us sometimes. It's always some that's buying.
May not be the whole market.
I think Bitcoin just sunk to such a level now that it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a better idea to me to just be more structured on the play versus shooting long term. Have an idea for your exit and get your numbers down. So.
Oh yeah.
Also, I would say I want to call out the bingo, man.
I want to call out
bingo. You know what I'm saying? This one to play from way back.
Yeah.
Really nice.
The really nice level was, but it ended up getting up to the teens. This stock got up to $16.
It's sitting
here at $2 today. I like to see we can break this nice downtrend.
The price level too.
I would like to see us at least getting back to like maybe a $12 or $13 price point. We don't have to reach for the stars.
We know
that we left some stuff behind. We left some money on the table up there.
Yeah, I saw you. I was giving another one that we talked about. That AMD. She had a big push today.
Yeah, it was definitely
some catalyst that got some companies the push that they needed today.
Yeah. So we'll see.
We'll
see how the rest of this, how tomorrow at the end of the week play out.
Hey, if we'll have another random turnaround, a random U-turn in the market again.
Well, I'm ready for tomorrow. I wasn't ready for today.
Yeah, today would have thrown a lot of people off. Trend wise.
You better off just
what you
from the previous days.
It's hard, just held, didn't even do nothing.
Yeah.
But
I think that's about all we got for today. Okay.
So everybody head over to I'm setting our next YouTube and see our Instagram page. We've got some good information for going in this next few months. We're going to try to get a little more of a structure here, so we can be a little more effective on things. So look out for that coming in the future. Some good conversation that we'll have, and we'll catch them on Monday then.
Good.